Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I apologise for the delay between episodes. It's been non-ideal. However, we hopefully are going to knock out at least one episode today. Before we do that, we will mothball these old catapults, because they are actually very, very old. Now, I was running into a bug. In fact, I still am running into a bug. With some of these older battle cruisers, so we may build another. I'm not sure if we're going to build another one of the new type, because they're quite expensive. And in fact, they don't even show up anymore. All right. They are, yeah, so they're almost as expensive as our new battleships. Speaking of our battleships, 8 months away until we get our next one. All right. So we have a little bit of money in the kitten. Our world situation is okay. I am looking forward to these new corvettes. In fact, I probably will need to build a new bunch of minesweepers. But in the meantime, I would like to take these javelins and start modernizing them. And I think we're going to leave. We could take out these 3-inch guns, put the 4 inches onto dual purpose. What were we going to do? It needed a AA director as well, and we needed to put K guns on it. I'll tell you what, we'll take a look. We'll get rid of the 3-inch guns. Give us a little bit more room to play with. We won't put mines on it. Another series of K guns is just a little bit too much. We'll take that off as well. How about this? We'll add in another medium AA, and that looks pretty good. Ooh, that'll take us up to flat. We'll take one of the anti-aircraft machine guns off, just to give ourselves a bit of room. And that's a pretty cheap refit. That's not bad. We could probably get all of our destroyers done with this. Let's just check this. Excellent. So the Javelin is going to go and be our second line destroyer. However, they will be fully modernized. And hopefully they will be actually rather good. So we can get a whole bunch of these done. I want to get these out of the way as soon as possible. We've got a little bit of money. We have 1 year in order to complete all the refits that we want to do. So we do not have much time. So for the Lafayettes and Little Wasp, what do we want to do here? I'm tempted to take the gun caliber down to 2-inch. However, we might just make a new bunch of carriers for that instead. We could chuck on a few more AA guns. What I really need to do is add catapults. There you go. And that is cheap as chips as far as refits go. No, that's a little bit too much. What about we can fit one more Oerlikon on you, or whatever the French equivalent of the Oerlikon happens to be. You're still quite slow. But you know, French budget, French means. I am tempted to build basically a floating barge and just launch aircraft off of them. However, that will come later. I do have plans to add more carriers to the fleet. What do we have left? We will just do both of the Lafayettes. The Bronin also needs a refit. That will be similar. However, she's sort of at the end of her upgrade span, so I think we will need to take a few things out of her to fit that. And I don't know what I want to do with the aviation ships. We might add one more. For our light cruisers, we do have the Forbin design that's going to come up. Someone pointed out, Checkers pointed out that I made the mistake of leaving mines on the Forbin, and after a minor existential crisis, I have decided to leave those, since we do not have the money to build a dedicated mine layer. The Arafusa. Ooh, it's big. My mistake, it's actually quite small. 12 8-inch guns. It's not bad. 8 4-inch, yeah. Yep. 6 torpedo tubes, okay, 30 mines, right. Decent director. They have gone, So she's got heavy cruiser guns and light cruiser armor. That could be interesting. Excellent. Faster than our fastest dive bomber. Speaking of aircraft types, oops, someone else has built something. New German torpedo bomber. Some of our flying boat squadrons are starting to re-equip. Austria-Hungary is scrapping submarines. England is scrapping submarines. A few of our ships have finished working up. Germany is commissioning and rebuilding a bunch of ships. Italy has commissioned 2 new heavy cruisers. We'll check those out in a minute. And Japan has just commissioned 2 corvettes. Let's take a look at those new heavy cruisers. Where is my almanac? Ships, heavy cruiser. 10,500 tons. It's not large. 2-inch bout. 6-inch guns. Well, apart from the size, it looks just like a very large light cruiser. Perhaps that's what it is, and the game is misidentifying it as a heavy cruiser. So it looks like Fien and Gordon might be the terrors of the seas for a little while longer yet. I do have to get the Montcalm into refit. One of these days. Let's take a look at our aircraft types. What is our oldest aircraft? A dive bomber and a torpedo bomber. Well, we are making excellent use of our dive bombers. Let us check. So she's okay. She's not brilliant, but she's still okay. I wonder if we can bring the bomb load up. In fact, we might just check that. We would like a dive bomber. Our first priority will be bomb load, and our second priority will be speed. Try and record something, and what was a quiet day suddenly decides it's going to have a bunch of sirens. There we go. So we are 10 minutes in, and we have taken exactly 1 turn. Let's see what the next turn brings. Oh, Forbin, yes. So let's see. Forbin will cost a little bit more than I have right now. So we'll just hold on that for just a little while. A whole bunch of new destroyers being laid down. Very old aviation ship is being scrapped. Intelligence report from Germany. A trade mission has acquired important... Oh, okay. The Germans have given us technology as well. Alright. That's that's a little bit strange, but okay. Oh, so we've almost finished those javelins. So we're going to take the next bunch. So we'll take the Southeast Asia Squadron. And we'll rebuild all of them. In fact, we'll take the Indian Ocean Squadron as well. Can we get the Caribbean Squadron in? We may as well get all of every single one of these that we can done as soon as possible. What else were we going to do? The Lafayette's are already in refit. Do need to start building that light cruiser shortly. The Tourville, I'm probably going to have to change her into a carrier. I think she's reached the end of her lifespan as a battle cruiser. And the Lille will probably follow soon after if I can get a third battle cruiser up and running. It's a 4-inch belt, so it's moderate armor. 6-inch in the turrets. 8 10-inch guns, so 1, 2. Alright. So those would be the 10-inch guns, and those must be the 6 inches. And she has torpedo tubes. Yeah, 4 single torpedo tubes. Odd. Okay. Starting to get a little bit of money together. Right, so I'm going to scrap the destroyers. In fact, I will mothball the Tourville, because when you come out, you won't be a battle cruiser anymore. And we're going to put a little on reserve. All of our battleships are still fairly modern. They could use a refit, just to check over the engines and all that, but technology-wise, they're still pretty okay. I believe mostly it would just be an upgrade to some of the secondary weapons. I do need to refit the Trodies as well. I did take a close look at them, and they're not awful. They just need a little bit of work. Oops, so we can't do that, but we can leave them like that. I would like to fit an AA director on. I cannot get much in the way of anything else, however. And if we go to advanced director, it does do that to us. Let me just check my notes here real quick. So I ended up looking over my notes, and I found I had two ways I could do the Trody. One way is a very conservative refit, and the other way was a very major refit that involved getting new engines in them, but that would cost almost as much as building a brand new Forbin. But it could be quite quick. About 12 months, I believe. 10 months, sorry. The Targets we could also rebuild. However, for these we would have to completely replace the machinery. I would like to take them, I believe it was 30 knots that they were going to be capable of. And that would be a very major refit. We would get rid of the 3-inch guns entirely. We would add some defensive firepower. Probably give her a reload. I could put a scout plane on there. We'll take her up to 31 knots. A little bit too far. So I guess she's going to be stuck at 30. And we cannot put depth charges on her. Okay. So that will take 10 months, and it's a fairly cheap upgrade. Yeah, I'm okay. I think this is okay. We might put a second AA director on. No, it doesn't take too much on. So they won't be brilliant, but they'll be well, they'll be available really. And I guess being available is what's important. Oh, okay. What have we done? Oh, we have. All right, we will take that one off then. So we'll save that, and we'll sleep on that. We might just do one. But I would like to get the Forbin on the grill, as it were. Oh, okay. We will keep that technology for ourselves. Yep, create them automatically, create it automatically, yep. An improved model, you say? It's a bigger bomb load. Yep, we will take that. Alright. So we have a little bit of money now. We'll get one Forbin started. We will be in the negatives just for a little bit. Oh, Pistolet has finished. Handle it quietly. We will send them a diplomatic note. Try and be polite. So those are all our new aircraft squadrons. We're having unexplained delays in some of our shipyards. That is problematic. Soon that new Trident will be out of the dock. I just don't have the money to support that right now. Oh, he's getting a little bit more money. Yep. We'll keep that to ourselves as well. Snorkel. Oh, excellent. Oh, I missed what that one was, sorry. The flying brick. Oh. Well, let's take a look. Slower. The range isn't as good. But our reliability is poor. Oh. Yeah, so we're getting problems with our aircraft development. We may have to go and build a new fighter. We'll resume construction on that Trident. As far as our submarines go, some of these have been around since 1915. Well, we'll scrap a few. We will need to build new ones. In fact, we will put some. We'll build just to replace the 3 that we took off, and we'll build a mine-laying submarine. It does tank our finances quite a bit, though. Mine-laying submarines aren't cheap. All right. So we're going to start deploying these new Henriettes. So the first squadron will be in Northern Europe. We'll put the second squadron into the Mediterranean. And we'll put the third squadron into... where do I need ships? Probably the Indian Ocean. No, we'll put them in Southeast Asia. How about that? We'll keep Gabriel in reserve. We can leave that minesweeper in Northern Europe. I will move these guys into the Indian Ocean. You two can stay in the Mediterranean. I will move you two into the Caribbean. And you two can go to South Pacific. I do need to send someone to West Africa because we don't have any security in West Africa right now. In fact, Gabriel, maybe that's what you will do. You will go to West Africa. Enjoy the sun and the malaria. Alright, let's just watch our hard-earned savings plummet. Let's take a look. So Trident has come out. She has a level 2 radar. Let me just double check that. The tactics, submarines, radar now. Tries improved surface search radar. So it's not a huge upgrade. Basically, it means remember how our contacts kept on fading out. That shouldn't happen as often now. Javelins are looking good. Lafayette's are looking good. I will need to develop that new fighter as soon as our new dive bomber is done. Since apparently no one is enjoying that one. But the firepower should be good. I don't know what's wrong. Well, we're only bleeding a little bit now. Okay, so that's our last destroyer out. We'll just let our finances just pick up a little bit. I do want to start building a new generation of destroyers. However, these ones will be smaller than the Claymores. The Claymores will be our battle fleet destroyer, and these will be working class. In fact, I might leave these ones with mines. I've come to I've come to the resignation that France can no longer pay for specialist ships, so we will have to make do with not much faster than the old girl. The block. I do like the name of the block. So we'll send we'll ask for that one. We are helping the Americans make shipboard operation, alright. Americans are commissioning... Oh, the Austro-Hungarians have laid down a new carrier. Very well. Okay. Yes, what was I going to say? Yep, so we will no longer be able to pay for a specialist mine layer, so we will have these secondary destroyers that will do a lot of that mine laying duty. Coastal fortifications. I'm thinking of getting rid of these 12-inch guns. Like, they're incredibly old. A lot of these are originals from 1899. Bloody hell. Yeah. So we might, we'll either refresh them, I guess, or we'll get rid of them entirely. So we've got a bunch of these laying around. I'm tempted to get rid of that 14-inch gun battery in fact, we'll get rid of these two. We might replace them. I don't think so somehow. I believe aircraft has become the main source of defense for the French Navy. Yep. Do I have an MTP squadron? I do. Alright, I do want to build one more level. I believe when we get to 80,000, we will have enough to build the Bourget launcher. She will be, I've done a few test runs when I've been playing around, and she will be lightly armed, compared to some real-life ships like the Yamato. However, actually, I want you on a diesel. How much does it refit to? 10 months? No, we'll get rid of... We'll have to get rid of these as these classes. So we'll build a few more Henriettes while we have the cash running around. And we might put the Azizes into mothball. I do need, however, a new minesweeper. So just while it's quiet on the western front, go down 4-inch. Have a dual-purpose battery. Diesel, please. 24 knots. Minesweeping gear, yep. You won't. Your submarine rating won't be any more than 2, no matter what I do. Put a torpedo defense system. Can I drop her down to 3-inch? Not even that is enough. Very well. Alright, so we'll take the torpedo protection system off. I don't want to call it Quebec. Marne. Yeah, Marne will do. Is there any point in putting good fire control on this? I don't think so. I think we'll skip the fire control. Yep, okay. Yep, I'm fine with that. Oh, the technology agreement with the USA has expired. I'm sorry, Austria-Hungary, but you've burned me once before. Enables 6-inch dual-purpose mounting. Alright. We got dual-purpose mountings before we got auto-loading. So it's a little bit interesting, but how many can I build? We will go over budget if we build 2, so we'll just build 1. And our I'll save something for next time. But yep, so that is our time. We're pretty close to. I'm going to get another cup of coffee, and then we'll try and record as much as we can while it's quiet. All right.